Look, what they go make me better to go get it. Hey, shout out T.I. Hey, motivation. Now let me turn that off because they're gonna be like, OMG, she was saying the word. I ain't said nothing. Shout out T.I. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. Great people. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday. How are y'all doing this morning? Welcome to this morning's message. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. It is a new day. It is a new week, and I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're excited about this week. It's been an interesting weekend. I've been tapped in, turned up on the Lord all weekend. He had me locked in. He really did. He had me locked in all weekend. So I hope y'all had a fantastic weekend. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're excited about the start of this new week. Welcome to this morning's message. If you are new, welcome to the community. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. If you are a OG, welcome back. Y'all know I love y'all in real life. If you are new, just know we're going to do our Bible clarity first. We are going to do our Bible clarity. We are here on a mission to read the word, discuss the word, and build a relationship with the Lord. Reading the Bible 2 chapters at a time. And today we are in the book of Job. We're almost done with the book of Job for real, for real. Elihu is still speaking. He's still talking. So we're going to see what else him got to say. And then we're going to get into the message for this morning. So I hope you're feeling good. It has been, that full moon wasn't no joke, okay? Hey, Hunter One, good morning. Jake Hawsey in the building checking in from work this morning. Child, don't you get in no troubles. Don't you get in no troubles. Not at the workhouse, child. May you have a prosperous and productive Monday in purpose on purpose. Thank you so much for tapping in. Don't you get in no trouble, okay? We are in the book of Job, y'all. We in the book of Job. I got an interesting revelation to share with y'all for this morning, how the Lord said this. It's going to be a fantastic week. It's going to be a great and amazing day, and great and amazing things are going to happen for us today. I believe it. I receive it. So when you come in, okay, very goodness, y'all. Like the live, share the love, tap the screen, all that good stuff. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's get in the flow of abundance. I'm so grateful for a fresh start, a new beginning, and taking action. So what was that, child? I don't know. Taking action and making things happen and no longer being afraid. This energy that's been like on me, child, I feel like it kind of cleared out this weekend. So I'm grateful for that. This full moon ain't been no joke. Great morning, Chris Curls. Great morning. Chris Curls is checking in on the YT side of the street. We are in the book of Job. Or let's do it. Let's get to it. Like the live, share the love. Which part? Child, Padre, God gave me permissionals. He gave me the permissionals. I know. Well, they knew y'all was still here, but we wouldn't talk. But who? Child motor. Oh, I can't do it yet. I'm gonna play the song again. Watch what I told you. I'm gonna play it again in just a minute when we get ready to talk about what the message about today. Method in my spirituals. Let's talk about Job 35 and 36. Look, let me tell you right now, if you're new to the community, welcome. Don't come over here with no religiosity in your spirituals, because we're not on that. Okay, we're not on that. We are here for Elihu's third speech. Um, Now, when God makes creation a classroom, of course, I've read this in the other two translations. Y'all know I'm using the Message Bible. This is a new translation for me, y'all. So I really am reading this one for the first time. And this says, when God makes creation a classroom. Come on, teach. Drop that in the chat. Teach me, Lord. Teach about the stuff that I don't know that I need to know, but I'm supposed to know. Or to do it. Oh, wait a minute. I just want to say this real quick. Who Peterson, who wrote this by, he know, he must, child, he knows something. He be talking some language in this here translation of the word, or to do it. Let's get to it. So when God makes creation a classroom, Job 35, Message Bible. Here we go. Elihu lit into, not lit him up, lit into Job again. Does this kind, oh, let me give a recap. So what hadn't happened? So basically Elihu, which we don't know where he came from, because if you know, oh Lord, wait a minute, y'all. Why my phone ain't charging up? If you know, if you've been tapped in, or if you've read the book of Job, then you know that it was only 3 friends that was there with Job, but Elihu then showed up, and we don't really know where he came from, but he's here. And it doesn't tell us where he came from, but but he done showed up. And so why my phone ain't charging, y'all? And so he's giving Job some wisdom and some encouragement. And he's kind of letting Job know, like, hey, you can't just be like that with the Lord. And basically, he kind of putting a little check me and him spirituals. I don't know what had happened, child. He put a little check me and him spirituals. And so basically, we're listening to him give some wisdom. Okay. Give Job, basically, he put a little check me and Job spirituals. Okay. Great morning, dearest one. Great morning. Okay. So Elihu's third speech. Does this kind of thing make any sense? First, you say, I'm perfectly innocent before God. And then you say, it doesn't make a bit of difference whether I've sinned or not. Well, I'm going to show you that you don't know what you're talking about, neither you or your friends. What about your friends? Look up at the sky. Take a long, hard look. See those clouds towering above you? If you sin, what difference could that make to God? No matter how much you sin, will it matter to him? Even if you're good, what would God get out of that? Do you think he's dependent on your accomplishments? The only ones who care whether you're good or bad are your family and friends and neighbors. God's not dependent on your behavior. When times get bad, people cry out for help. They cry for relief from being kicked around, but never give God a thought when things go well. Now, y'all know we got to praise him in the pit and the palace, right? Just because things are going bad, that don't mean that's the time to be like, you know what, God, never mind, right? That's when you want to make sure that you're praising him. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, honey bunny. But never give God a thought when things go well. When God puts spontaneous songs in their hearts, when God sets out the entire creation as a science classroom, using birds and beasts to teach wisdom, people are arrogantly indifferent to God until, of course, they're in trouble. And then God is indifferent to them. There's nothing behind such prayers except panic. The Almighty pays them no mind. So why would he notice you just because you say you're tired of waiting to be heard, or waiting for him to get good and angry, not good and angry, and do something about the world's problems? He must be from the South, Mr. Peterson, sir. He must be from down south somewhere. Okay, I'm back. Job, you talk sheer nonsense, nonstop nonsense at that. Those who learn from their suffering. Pause. Can I just say, you learn something in the struggle. You really do. You learn. So come on, Alpha. Hello, Lord. We love you. Learn something in the struggle. I feel like it's in the struggle that you really learn the toughest lessons. Number one, our struggles teach us dependency upon God, which is something that we lose. That's why most of us are not, when we're not doing what God wants us to do, or when we're not dependent upon him, he be trying to call us back and tell us, hey, get back to depending on me. Get back to depending on me to make things happen, open doors, teach you how to do things, introduce the right people into your life. So that dependency is everything. Okay, those who learn from their suffering. Here, Elihu took a deep breath but kept going. He got a little frustrated. Stay with me a little longer. I'll convince you. There's still more to be said on God's side. I learned all this firsthand from the source. Everything I know about justice, I owe to my Maker himself. Trust me, I'm giving you undiluted truth. Believe me, I know these things inside and out. It's true that God is all powerful, but he doesn't bully innocent people. For the wicked, though, it's a different story. He doesn't give them the time of day, but champions the rights of their victims. He never takes his eyes off the righteous. Drop that in the chat. Thank you, Lord, for keeping your eyes on me. Okay. Even when we mess up, even when we go left instead of going right. Thank you, Lord. Come on, Emeralds. Thank you, Lord, for keeping your eyes on me. He honors them lavishly, promotes them endlessly. When things go badly, when affliction and suffering descend, God tells them where they've gone wrong, shows them their pride has caused their trouble. He forces them to heed this warning, tells them they must repent of their bad life. If they obey and serve him, they'll have a good long life on Easy Street. Come on, Easy Street. Remember, listen, drop that in the chat. Come on, Easy Street. Because if you know, like I know, child, them trials and tribulations, I'm praying. I can't wait. Thank you, Lord, for Easy Streets. That's where that obedience come in, child. That obedience will get you on Easy Street. But if they disobey, they'll be cut down in their prime and never know the first thing about life. Angry people without God pile grievance upon grievance, always blaming others for their troubles. That speaks to accountability, not me taking notes. Of course, we can't blame anybody else, including God, for our decisions, for our choices, right? Because we the ones that make the decisions. Now, it's easy to blame God and we start thinking that God then did something. But just remember this, y'all. Everything that we have done is a result of a decision that we have made. God didn't make us do nothing. He may have put two options ahead of us or before us, but we're the one that chose which direction that we want to go in, right? Living it up in sexual excesses, virility wasted, they die young. But those who learn from their suffering, God delivers them from their suffering. Indeed and amen. Thank you for deliverance. Obsessed with putting the blame on God. Oh, Job, don't you see how God's wooing you from the jaws of danger? How he's drawing you into wide open places, inviting you to feast at a table with blessings. And here you are laden with the guilt of the wicked, obsessed with putting the blame on God. Don't let your great riches mislead you. Don't think you can bribe your way out of this. Did you plan to buy your way out of this? Not on your life. And when people sleep out their don't think that night when people sleep out their troubles will bring you any relief. Above all, don't make things worse with more evil. That's what's behind your suffering as it is. Do you have any idea how powerful God is? Don't. Have you ever heard of a teacher like him? Has anyone ever had to tell him what to do or correct him saying you did that all wrong? Remember then to praise his workmanship, which is so often celebrated in song. Everybody sees it. Nobody is too far away to see it. And no one can escape from God. Take a long, hard look. See how great he is, infinite, greater than anything you could ever imagine or figure out. He pulls water up out of the sea, distills it, and fills up his rain cloud cisterns. Then the skies open up and pour out soaking showers on everyone. Does anyone have the slightest idea how this happens? Can we just say, rain on me, Lord? Rain on me. How he arranges the clouds, he speaks in thunder. Just look at that lightning, his sky filling light show, illuminating the dark depths of the sea. These are the symbols of his sovereignty, his generosity, his loving care. He hurls arrows of light, taking sure and accurate aim. The high God roars in thunder angry against evil. The end. Okay, the end. So basically, said fella is just like, listen, stop talking down on the Lord, because he got all the power, and we do know this. He got all the power. He is very sovereign. And I think that something, okay, let me just tell y'all, let's get into the message. So go and read Job 35 and 36 so you can get some more revelation. But before, let's get into the message because it's going to be good because the Lord gave me a lot over the weekend as well as this morning. Drop this in the chat. I almost want to play the song again. Who gonna check me about it? They gonna talk about my song because of the song I played. Listen, I'm gonna play it again. Let me just tell y'all, don't come over here with no religiosity in your spirituals. Y'all might not even be able to heard it. I'm gonna play it again because I feel it in my spirituals. Who? Some people don't. Well, they gonna find out when. Okay, because I probably get in trouble because Ti that they didn't have the edited version. Motivation. Drop that in the chat this morning. Motivation. That's what we're talking about. Motivation. So first things first, let me just tell y'all that I feel like the Lord had to light a fire up under some of us. I feel like mine happened this weekend. Motivation is what we are talking about and getting as we're getting prepared for this week. Um, Before I get into the message, y'all like to lie, share, love. Let me just say this. So all weekend, I really was just tapped in, tuned in. I was locked in with the Lord all weekend. And so the whole purpose of me being locked in this weekend was like, Lord, I got to, like, something got to shake, like something got to give, something got to open up, something got to move around. And so I waited, and it really didn't come until about, I guess, last night. I don't even know what time. I just stayed, just listening, just waiting, just kind of locked in. I don't know if it's just me just feeling a lack of motivation, a lack of inspiration, a lack of creative flow, but I feel like there's something that's going to come in and break that cycle, break that chain for you. Drop that in the chat. It's breaking today. It's breaking today because I feel like the Lord is calling us to start speaking things over our life, our destiny, our purpose, the things that He wants that we know we're supposed to receive. Is breaking today. I don't know what's breaking in your life. I don't know what you've been dealing with or suffering with. I don't know. But the Lord gave me very clear instructions that He's like, we got to get this motivation back. We got to get re-inspired. And I feel like for many of you, what's getting ready to happen is something is getting ready to come in that's going to break whatever the funk was. There's been some crazy energy in the astrology and stuff. Pluto getting ready to go into Aquarius tomorrow. It's been some crazy stuff. We had the full moon in Taurus. So there's a lot of energy that's just kind of cray that's kind of, maybe it's kind of had you in a mood. I ain't gonna say it had me in a mood, but it made me have to tap in a little deeper with the Lord. But he did in what's the word, he really reiterated, thank y'all, that is breaking today. So he talked about motivation, being re-inspired, being patient, and having faith. The other thing we got to touch on is, what is your motivation? Whenever I start to feel like, come on, two men in a truck, whenever I start to feel like, child, y'all, that little head wrap trying to tear my little forehead up right there. Well, I have meant it in my spirituals. Okay, I'm back. Whenever I start to feel like things are not moving, the Lord always sends me back to my why. Why are you doing what it is that He's calling you to do? Because what He did say was, we're not going to keep making excuses for why we're not making moves. The Lord, because me, I had to just do a check-in this weekend and just be like, okay, Lord, I'm always checking in, like, okay, let me make sure I'm still in alignment. Let me make sure I'm still moving in the right direction. And He said, for right now, He has you exactly where He wants you, but there's something that has to break, that has to, like, make you snap out of it and start to move forward. So we're gonna see what we'll see what comes up in the cards. We'll see what you need to break, but we also want to be motivated and inspired for what's coming. Is somebody has an opportunity, somebody has something that is coming in that is going to put you in a better position. Message, whether this is a job, whether this is a contract, whether this is a relationship. There may have been some revelations that have happened for you over the weekend. We still kind of in the full moon energy, so you may be feeling some things and finding out some things. There may be a lot of downloads, especially y'all know I'm Gemini rising, so Taurus is in my 12th house, which is Pisces energy. I'm grateful though, because it wasn't really no escapism. I really just tapped in and got more into the word and really just tapped in with the Lord. But it feels like there's something that the Lord is breaking off of us so that we can move forward and take the next step. Drop that in the chat. I'm gonna take the next step. Okay. The Lord gave me a cut. Oh, I can't. Which part? I can't share that part. God talks to you through the struggle. So just know, if you go talk to the Lord, He gonna talk back. He's not gonna leave you out there hanging. And for some of us, maybe that's what it feels like. The Lord that left you hanging. He ain't left you hanging. He's still out there talking to you, okay? Or He's still talking to you, but you just gonna have to depend. It depends on, are you receiving what He's saying. So or let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's see. Now I shuffled these, but I didn't see what's at the bottom of the deck. I'm trying to tell y'all, you got this, and gifted up under that. You got this. Drop it in the chat. I got this. I got it. I'm telling y'all, the motivation is real. The inspiration is real. Whatever it was, life is getting ready to be sweeter for you. It's like it's a fresh start. Maybe some of you, that's what you've been trying to call in. You've been asking the Lord for, is a fresh start, a new beginning. And He's ready to do that for you. Empowerment, nothing can hold you back. Resilience, overcoming obstacles and challenges. It feels like you finna jump right over whatever this is. If you've been, I know that I have felt like there was something almost impossible that felt like I couldn't overcome it. And I feel like the Lord has given us the answers. If you've been praying for the answer, been praying for it, He's sending the people that are necessary. Of course, we have revelation, people being removed, people being replaced, people coming in, people going out, new opportunities coming in, old opportunities and doors are closing. I feel like that's something that, come on, God, a lot of us have had to do. We're having to close the old doors so that we can make room for the new doors to open, for what's behind the new doors. Because a lot of times it's like straddling, both one foot in and one foot out. And the Lord said, we ain't gonna straddle anymore. We gonna close the doors that He's instructing us to close so that we can overcome the obstacles that we feel like we weren't able to overcome. You got this. Okay, what else? Child, and method, ain't nothing finna hold you back. It's almost like a shift in mindset. Some cloudiness and some confusion is clearing. Some boundaries, they said, as well. So it feels like, I don't know, maybe you've put some boundaries up. I just saw the clarity is real, but I didn't keep it. What else? Getting back in alignment with your assignment. And for a lot of us, not look at the crows up there, child. They chase. Who being chased? Child, look. Enemy been on your neck. Look at him, child. The little honey one is, he won't leave. He trying to stay with him too. That's how these obstacles and these struggles then being, y'all. The crows up here fighting, child. One of them got something and the other one, and feel that's the enemy now. Be all on your neck. Won't let you breathe. Trying to, like, on your neck at every turn, baby. But he's maneuvering. Okay, he maneuvering right on around him. Look, and now the enemy, then the child, listen. That ain't that the truth of it. Look, he outflew him. I'm talking, y'all ain't, I'm not on the, no, because it's important on this. There was a chase. And the one bird had something that the other bird wanted, and the bird ended up maneuvering him till he wore the enemy out. Some of y'all finna, you done wore the enemy out, child. He said he was like, man, let me go find somebody else. I'm telling y'all right now, especially when you know that when you know that you got protection and you got a whole spirit team behind you. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for y'all support and y'all's help. Because Mama and them been coming through all weekend. Y'all had a little bit of attitude though. It was just a little bit. Well, yeah, but no, it wasn't too bad. But y'all had just a little bit of attitude because they keep that, because they can. Now, let me just tell y'all one of the things that my mom and them was talking to me about this weekend, acting like they ain't there. Please stop acting like your spirit team is not there, making sure that, look, like you ain't got help. The SOS, I almost called this message something about an SOS, because it feels like there's getting ready. Come on, God, there's getting ready to be an emergency rescue. Your spirit names is like, listen, You better, I don't know if you started feeling like you ain't got angels operating on your behalf. I don't know if you started feeling like you was trying to do it by yourself. I don't know what was going on for you, but I know Mama then put a little check me in my spirituals and said, did you forget that we know that you got this assignment? So don't forget your spirit team is helping you to overcome your obstacles. Your prayer, of course, activates your angels on your behalf. So don't forget that you got help. Maybe you started feeling like you ain't had no help and your spirit names is coming in like, we don't care how much the enemy chase you. We still right here and we got your back. Good morning, dearest one. Good morning. In alignment with the assignment. What is this scripture? This says, but whenever they were in trouble and turned to the Lord, the God of Israel, and sought him out, they found him. 2 Chronicles 15:4. Telling y'all, you got help. Okay. And it feels like which would. Somebody might be getting some emergency assistance. I don't know. Maybe you had to push your spiritual help button. I don't know, child, but there may be an emergency rescue. There may be something coming in that's going to bring you out, or I don't know what. We'll see what else is coming out with it. Let's see what else, child. Yeah, I know it. Y'all have said it though. Oh man, I just saw the scripture. Which one was it? It was at the bottom of the deck. I'm trying to told you got help, and I moved on past it. The Lord will conquer your enemies when they attack you. They will attack you from one direction, but they will scatter from you in seven. That was that bird right there, y'all. I'm telling y'all, if the enemy been on your neck, like the Lord is putting that hedge of protection around you. Y'all know I am a firm believer in that. I feel like I'm walking out a lot of the word, a lot of what's going on in the Bible. I feel like I'm experiencing that in my own life, and I feel like just like we coming up to the end of Job, right? You're getting ready to start see you're that the Lord is like gonna be like, okay, that's enough. That's enough torment. That's enough that they done been through. He's going to put his protection. He never really left you, but he's getting ready to stop allowing the things to happen to you that have been happening to you. The enemy is getting ready to free. And for some of y'all, maybe you had to tell the call in like some help. Like, listen, this is more than I can help. Okay. Not road closed. Child, not the road is closed. Come on, ears to hear in the spirit. Message. I told y'all. Special delivery message. This is the evil eye. Someone sending you negative energy. This is what this is about. Like, spell word curses, hexes, speaking death into your destiny. I need somebody to understand this as well. Don't be your own worst enemy. Okay. We're not going to be our own worst enemy. We're going to make sure that we're speaking life into our vision, into our dreams, into our goals. Which part? Child, because the thing about it is, if you've planted a new seed, if there's something that you have taken a leap of faith on, when you're taking a leap, when you're starting something completely new, it's easy. I don't know who had this give up energy, but ain't no going back. And the Lord been talking about that for like the last week or so. Like, it for some of us, it ain't nothing to go back to. But when you're embarking on something new and you don't know how it's actually going to work out, and come on, God, you don't know how things are actually going to go. You never know that one step that you decided to take could be the step that was so pivotal in transforming and changing your life. Some of you are getting ready to pivot and start moving in a completely unexpected new direction, but it's simply because the Lord knows the plans that he has for you, and he knows that you weren't happy in what it is that you were doing or what you were doing. So he's rerouting a lot of us. A lot of this is about the fact that you're tired and weary because you've been having so many attacks coming up against you. And even though it seemed like there wasn't gonna be any rescue, the Lord is like, listen, I got your back, and I'm coming in with the backup. I'm coming in with the support. You just got to keep riding out this wave. And as we already know, your trials, your tribulations are only testing. They're training for your new level, because the enemy got the higher that you go, the bigger the blessing, the more you tapped in, the more you're obedient, the more you're walking in purpose, the more the enemy is going to come after you. And so don't pray to not have any problems, because when you have problems, that's when you grow. That's when you truly are stepping into your power and your authority. And just, you got to continue to remember that no matter what you're going through, no matter what the obstacles seem like, that God got your back and he gonna keep working for you. The clarity is real. He gonna keep rocking with you, but you got to keep rocking with him as well. Psychic abilities, divine instructions, inner wisdom, Trust your intuition. The other thing that I do know, because at the bottom of the deck is easily and effortlessly, things are, didn't we just talk about easy street? Things are getting ready to ease up a little bit. So sometimes when you're going through these trials and tribulations, drop this in the chat. It's temporary. It's temporary. It's easy to lose sight of the fact that it's temporary because it feels like it's what I said, long suffering. It feels like you've been going through it for so long. Trust me, I am with you. But remember that there's no season that you're going through that is permanent. The only thing, I heard this over the weekend, the only thing that is permanent is your purpose, and everything else is temporary. So it doesn't, as the seasons begin to change, and you got to know what season you're in, just know that it's temporary. And for those of you who've been going through an exceptionally rough season, things are getting ready to ease up for you. Now, some of you getting ready to go into a season where you're getting ready to deal with the warfare. Life don't stop life, and y'all. And all of us, and it's not going to be perfect. I'm not here to try to tell anybody that it's going to be the easiest journey ever. It's not. But we have to remember that it's temporary, and just know that things are all going to they're going to ease up as well. The Lord ain't just going to have you in the struggle forever. Okay. Connecting with God, being obedient, and being in the flow. Which part? Yeah, child, because I felt it was a second. I was just like, man, things ain't flowing, things ain't moving the way that I want them to. Um, Things seem to get harder instead of easing up. I don't know if anybody else felt like things were going really, really good, and then all of a sudden things just kind of went crazy. Like, what is happening? And so the Lord said, come on, ears to hear. The Lord is letting us know, child, that it's temporary, and that season is shifting, and we receive it. Because what? It's been a long season, especially in financial matters, especially if you're continuing to do the work. Okay. What else? Child, which part? We can't keep expecting the Lord to do something for nothing. Mm. No, we can't keep waiting on. It's great for the Lord to have to do miracles, but we also got to make sure that we're doing our part. Drop that in the chat. I'm gonna do my part. Okay, I'm gonna do my part, because that's the thing, y'all. The Lord can. Okay, which part? We got to give God something to bless. I've talked about this before. Yes, he can perform miracles in your life, but at some point the miracles are going to stop, and he's going to require you to step your game up. Drop that in the chat. I'm gonna step my game up, because you can't keep doing the same things. You got to find you got to find your groove, because it feels like, which part? The flow. Like, we want to get back into the flow of things. We want to get back into expecting God to do great and amazing things. And some, for whoever this part of the message is for, when things are going bad, or when things are challenging or difficult, it can feel like the flow, you're cut off from the flow, but you're actually not. And sometimes it's simply about us getting out of the way and allowing ourselves to get back in, rising above. Come on, superior. I'm telling you, just call me blessed. Spiritual gifts, my sheep know my voice, creating abundance and hearing from God. Habakkuk 2, 2, and 3 up under the bottom of the deck. If you've been waiting, this coming. I don't, which part? Following the signs and the synchronicities, following the thing, like paying attention to the things that you're seeing. Whoever needs this message, you ain't crazy. You done seen what you seen, and you know what you know. And if you feel that something is coming, it is. Now, that ain't for everybody. And that's just a truestory.com. That part of the message ain't for everybody. If you've been sitting, which part? I remember what was this? Beginning of last year. I was just sitting and waiting and wasn't doing nothing. Like, I was just waiting on, I don't even know what I was waiting on. I was just sitting there. I was just waiting. I wasn't doing anything. I was just like, okay, what am I supposed to do? And for some of you, the Lord has already given you the instruction. You just haven't followed it. And so you're going to be waiting until the Lord push you. So go ahead and do what it is that he told you to do. Y'all was on my neck about that, because we it's like And child, we just got to make sure that we're moving. And when the Lord tells us to move, you got to be ready for it, because there's something. It's like the next necessary connection. They're showing me. There go Matthew 6:33, telling you it's alignment. It's like that next necessary connection is right there. I don't know who needs that part of the message, but it's like the next thing is right there. But it's almost like you're starting to doubt that it's coming, or maybe there was some kind of, I don't know, feelings of, can I really do it? Can I really make it happen? I need somebody to be encouraged, because what? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was the full moon energy. Maybe it's this Pluto going into Aquarius energy. Whatever it is, I need you to know that this is your time of transformation. This is your time of really come on, God, getting out of your own way and allowing God to push you into purpose. Because that's the thing, y'all. We have to be pushed into our purpose, into what it is that the Lord is calling us into. I told y'all in the flow, and you may, it's like we got the whatever this step is pivotal, so that things can begin to open up for you. It's almost like God just wait. Come on, that's the spirit. It's like God is just waiting on you. This could be an idea. This could be something. The Lord has given you a vision for something. Where's the first card? In the flow. So Matthew 6:33, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you, right? It's like feeling like the blessings are never going to come, feeling like the Lord has cut you off from his goodness. He doesn't cut us off. Sometimes we cut ourselves off. Hey, dearest one, hello. The Lord will guide you, continually giving you water when you are dry and restoring your strength. You will be like a well-watered garden, like an ever-flowing spring. Isaiah 58:11. For some of y'all, this is literally what I did all this weekend. Hydrate my soul. That's it. My phone was on do not disturb. I didn't talk to nobody. I didn't even talk to my children this weekend, because it was just that pivotal. Because when I start feeling like, okay, Lord, I'm trying to release and remove and make room for something, I got to make sure that because I can't be turned. I'm not turning off the tap. I don't want the tap turned off. And so all weekend, all I did was sit, receive, talk to the Lord, pray, listen to messages, let him pour into me, because I got to make sure that I keep the flow going. I got to make sure that I continue to receive. So I don't know who needs this message, but if you're starting to feel like things are just not working in your favor, or that the things are not in flow, we got to refocus. Drop that in the chat. I'm focused. We're going to get refocused, because we got to get back into the flow of prosperity, of expecting God to do great and amazing things, of knowing that we're living a kingdom life, of knowing that things are it's like the Lord trying to open up the floodgates, we just talked about the rain in Job 35 and 36, right? It's like us trying to get back into the flow of allowing the prosperity. For whoever needs this message, child, just know that you are going to be taken care of. You're going to be taken care of. You're going to receive. But it's about you understanding that sometimes we can be our own block, and we got to get out of our own way. Okay. So the Lord will guide you, continually giving you water, hydrating your soul, right? Spirit of truth. When the spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all truth. He will not speak on his own. He will tell you what he has heard. He will tell you about the future. The reason why this is so necessary. So, because if we don't, y'all, if we don't get to our purpose, if we don't begin to walk in our purpose, if we don't say, okay, Lord, what did you send me here for? We're going to keep running into the same obstacles. Let me just say, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm not going to keep running into the same obstacles. I'm not going to keep going through the same thing. I'm not going to keep repeating the same cycle. That was a big part of my discussion with the Lord this weekend. Like, Lord, how am I in my own way? What is keeping me from my greatness? Because it's usually what the Lord ain't waiting on. We're not waiting on God. The Lord be waiting on us to catch up. To catch up to what he's already told us to do. So this whole weekend, I was just like, Lord, how am I getting in my own way? What is it that I need to see? What am I missing? What am I not understanding? And I allowed this whole time for him to just show me what I was missing, so that I could get refocused on the goal, refocused on the assignment. And for whoever this part of the message is for, part of it may be this mentality of, I don't have this, so I can't do it, or I don't have that, so I can't do it. And the Lord had to put some check me in my spirituals this weekend about that's a poverty mindset. Because if you over here in the kingdom, then you already know that everything is going to be provided for. So I had gotten into this mindset of, man, I don't have what I need in order to do that. And the Lord said, ain't I provided everything that you need? Haven't I given you everything anytime that you have made the move and it's something that the Lord has ordained, it's easy. It hadn't been no OMG, how am I going to figure out? I really didn't even have to figure it out. It was already figured out. But if you don't take the step that the Lord has already given you, then, and especially when it's dealing with your purpose and the vision that he's already given you, you're going to keep feeling like you're spinning your wheels. And that was one of my biggest things. It's like, Lord, I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. Like, did I really make the right decision? Did I really do the right thing? And he was like, yeah, but there was one thing missing. So as you figure out what your purpose is, as you allow the Lord to tell you, like, okay, hey, you either going to make this move or you're not. You either going to stay stuck or you going to move forward. Drop that in the chat. I'm moving forward. I can't stay stuck. I'm tired of being in the position that I'm in. You got to move forward. Okay. You've got to move forward on whatever the vision is, whatever. And I can't tell you what the Lord has told you. And only you know, we talked about accountability. Thank y'all. Only you know what you had, how you've been irresponsible or hadn't held yourself accountable for doing what is necessary. Only you know that. But we're going to get in alignment this week because we got to get moving. Like, we got to get moving. Okay. I don't know, child, but I received that message because what? Look, and I seen the sun card because it feels like things weren't going anywhere. So I had to ask the Lord, like, okay, Lord, because what? Y'all said that, but I was only half listening. I was only half listening. Let's see what else. I was only half listening. And the Lord gonna keep giving you the same answer. It's not gonna change until you decide to take a move and move forward. For some of you, there's businesses there may be an end of one business in order to open up a new business. And it may be painful. This could be relationships as well, but this could also be like, which part? There may be a creative project or something that you thought was going to be everlasting that is going to come to an end. And the thing about it is remember that the Lord, which I feel, okay, if you let's say you started one business and you thought that was going to be the end all and be all. No, that was a seed. And now it's time for that seed to sprout, to flourish. It's growing roots. And so it's like it's time to grow the next thing. And a lot of times what happens is we want to hold on to the one thing and not step into the new thing. But the new thing is actually what's more pivotal to our purpose than anything else. So if we keep on trying to hold on to that one thing that we think is just the it thing, that ain't the thing. That was the thing. Come on, God. That was the thing that was meant to get you started. Does that make sense? That was the thing that was meant. Come on, Tarjay. That was the thing that was meant to get you going, get you in alignment. But the Lord never said, come on, God, you was going to do that one thing and that was going to be the only thing. That's not, look, Cherie said my whole personal life right now. The Lord never said it was only going to be that one thing. And sometimes we'll be trying to hold on so much to this one that it stunts our growth from actually receiving the harvest. I ate a mango this weekend and I literally every time when I was looking at that seed, I was just like, man, I saw the orchard in that seed because the Lord said, whatever the one thing is, even though you may have thought that it was going to be your forever thing, that is not your forever thing. It is not to say that you won't continue to do that, but we in a season of elevation, y'all. We're in a season of growth. We're in a season of expansion. And the Lord, so there may be one opportunity or one business or one creative project that's ending, but it's only so that a new one can be born. Does that make sense? So let's see what else. And and this is clarifying. Let me pull this up here. This is clarifying because I should have said that. You got this, and easily and effortlessly. It's almost like fighting against yourself with these up here, right? It's like come on, guys, some of us fighting and ending, but the Lord is like, man, if you'll just let this go, if you're willing to let this go, as painful as it may be, you're going to see how much easier life is getting ready to become for you. Remember, easy street. We're ready. We've been praying for things to start being easy. Message. We've been praying for things to ease up. Like, Lord, this season been so hard. And so now it's like, listen, message. Now it's like the Lord saying, hey, I'm trying to help remove the roadblocks and the obstacles. But if you want to continue to keep things hard and difficult and challenging, then by all means, message, I'm going to let you do it. But we praying for a life of ease and comfort. We're praying for more resources. Now, for whoever this part is for, the King of Wands is out here. This is the entrepreneur card, right? So the more it's like, look, let me read what Shay said. Shay said, you're so right. What I thought I wanted to do because I felt I was good at it is not what the Lord has in store for me. I have to stop, think, and clarify. We have to, y'all. And I kid you not, I got so much clarity this weekend. Now, it took for me to shut everything out and just sit with myself. I didn't make makeup. I didn't do nothing but listen to the word of the Lord all weekend. I didn't do nothing because you have a big, come on, God, you ever said, Lord, I need a word. Drop this in the chat. Lord, I need to talk to you. Who sang that song? And ask you for your guidance, especially today. Daddy, I need a word. I needed a word because I say, Daddy, I felt like, y'all, I was holding myself back. And so I had to just wait all weekend. I had to just wait. And I was just like, Daddy, I'm not going. I'm like, who was it that wrestled with him? I was like, I ain't leaving till you going to have to tell me, and you going to have to bless me, and you going to have to show me something. Come on, Yolanda Adams. Shout out Yolanda Adams. Because I was like, you going to give me this word. You going to give it to me. And so that took for me to shut everything out and just sit with myself. And y'all know, like, I haven't been doing that as much. And that's one of the things that I was like, you know what, Lord, you right. So I've been getting back into the habit of giving the Lord my weekends so that, okay, it was Jacob, so that because I'm tired, because I was like, no, things are supposed to be easy for me. Why? Because that's what my daddy said. Come on, 1451. And so the Lord is like, look, I'm trying to help you remove and get past this obstacle, but you got to be willing to get past the block. Okay. I'm not going to let you go till you bless me, whether it's with wisdom, whether it's an actual blessing. You going to give me, Lord, meant it. I meant that in my spirituals. Let's clarify in alignment and just, man, somebody got a blessing on their assignment. This is man, your blessing, whatever you finna do. I kid y'all not. I could not sleep last night. Message. Look at the Lord. What you say, Lord? What you say, Daddy? You gonna have to bless me. You gonna have to give me a word because I need to know. I need to know. So I'm telling you right now. Y'all know this the God card. This is the Hierophant. This is so. This me, Lord. I need a word, right? Spirituality, education, bridge between worlds, wise counselor, religion, and spiritual guidance. This is clarifying. Just call me blessed and in alignment with your assignment. When you decide to take this step, look at the Lord. Look at He calling you. He calling us, y'all. He's like, can you just let me lead you into something better? Is anybody praying for something better? Can I kid you not? I kid you not, the number 211 has been on my neck. 211, I wish I could show it to y'all. I have a picture on my phone. The number 211, the number 1313. Was that it? Anyway, I'm back. And I hadn't even looked it up yet. But the number 211, I've been getting that number for about the last week. Matter of fact, it was like the third time. Y'all know my baby window got broke. Was broken the other day, got broke. I can say how I want to say. Don't be judging my vernaculars. I can say how I want to say it. Okay, I'm big. So her window ended up, the price for it ended up being 211. Okay, I'm back. So come on, 7 completion. I couldn't sleep last night, y'all. And I think it was probably 2 o'clock before I even went to sleep because I just could not go to sleep last night. I was just restless. And so, but as I was getting ready to go to sleep, I was just like, Lord, just show me what you want to show me. Just show me so that I know what I'm getting into. Like I was like, Lord, I hope, I pray that I'm doing the right thing, because it's like taking that leap of faith. Come on, 413. It's like taking that leap of faith. And so I just couldn't sleep. I was just restless last night. So I don't know if that's anyone else's story, but it's almost like being restless. Someone's got to offer an invitation coming in. I don't know what the invitation is for, but you can get prepared. This is a proposal. This is an acceptance. Some of you might be accepted if you've been applying for something. It's coming. This is something the Lord is like, he's trying to call us into our next level, y'all, but we have to choose it. He's trying to bless this, the next part of our assignment. And this is hearing from God as well. We've been talking about that already. So it's like, you're going to have to listen to what the Lord is saying. Are you going to continue to live a life of difficulty, challenge, and obstacles? Are you going to accept a life of ease? And even if you're starting a business, it's not going to be easy, but you're going to be doing what you want to do. So that's what makes it worth it. Drop that in the chat. It's worth it. People with, man, and some y'all might be getting like your best inspired ideas at nighttime, especially business related, creative. If the Lord come to you at night with something, get up and listen to what the Lord is saying. Get up and pray. Whatever you need to do, go and get up, okay? Because it's worth it. Whatever this is, and this is clarifying the 10 of swords. If there's an ending that is happening, this is God saying, I have something better. 211. Hold on, where my spectacles went, Lord? Because y'all know I can't see for Nathaniel. 211 in Hebrew refers to fine gold, symbolizing purity and great value. 211 in Greek refers to a boaster or arrogant person, often in a negative moral context. Both highlight contrasting concepts. One symbolizes excellence and worth, while the other warns against pride and self-exaltation. We all know that it ain't nothing that we can do ourselves, that the Lord is really doing everything for us, right? Sometimes our pride is what gets in the way of us actually stepping into our purpose. What you say? Look, the death card. What you say, Touche? Sometimes our pride, thinking that we know better than God, is what keeps us from stepping into our purpose. I'm just saying what y'all said. You keep on praying the same thing. If you're going to keep on praying the same things, you're going to keep getting the same answer from the Lord. If you ain't ready to make the move, then he going to wait till you ready to make the move. Otherwise, we're going to still be stuck sitting there telling you two of wands, the first steps. He gonna wait on you to make the move. If you don't move, he either gonna move you, or you move or be moved. Thank y'all. Move or be moved. Okay, what else? SOS, planning, first steps, progress, patience, confidence. Told y'all that came up in my study this morning. Courage, taking action. So look, and the strength card, that my honey one at the bottom of the deck. So the Lord, there's something that you've written down. There's an answer that the Lord is trying to give you, especially if you've called for help. You've been waiting patiently, but now it's like no more waiting. Now it's time to take the step. Now it's time to I just heard, be brave and be very courageous. The prosperity, the happiness, the joy, the peace, the contentment that you're praying about is on the other side of this step that for some of you, you may be refusing to take. And the Lord is like, be strong and be courageous. I got your back. Yeah, you're gonna have to endure some things, like but whatever you've been strengthened enough to the point where now you're ready to move forward, but you got to take the step. This talks about conquering your inner demons. So for some of you, this could be fear, this could be doubt, whatever it is, or feeling unworthy, or not that you're not capable, and the Lord is trying to give you the confirmation to let you know, like, no, this is the next part of your journey, but you got to step into it. It's not always easy to have the strength, and sometimes it's just a matter of fear that will keep us from making our next move. But the Lord's like, look, just take my hand, let me lead you, let me guide you, and whatever this is, and take the next step. What else? Which part? You've got help in special delivery. Let me clarify it and see. We talked about this, which child, look, blocked. Seven of Wands. I'm telling you, this is, look. So you got the Seven of Wands that came out with this. This is protection against negative energy. This is protection. This is also you have knowing, understanding that whatever this is, the Lord needs you to know that you're protected no matter what's coming up against you, even if it doesn't always feel like that. They just said oppression, guarded, protected, doubting yourself, defending your position, objections, haters. Look, let your haters be your motivators and keep it moving. A lot, because this is the thing. Some of you, which part about the extra accounts? So over the weekend, or this may have been Friday, let me tell y'all how bold people are. I used to think that people would just take like, if you are on social media, right? I'm going to say this again for the people in the back. I do not do personal readings. I don't care. I do not at all. I'm not asking you for no donations. I don't do none of that. Okay. Y'all, these people done got bold. It used to be where they would just take your name and like change something up in your name that would still look like your name. They not even doing that no more. Y'all, 3 different accounts followed my daughter on TikTok within like 30 minutes. It was like 3 different Touche Germains that follow her. But the folks ain't even using my name anymore. They putting their name, but using my picture and my videos. So when you click on it, but let me tell you how God works. So when you click on it, so I clicked on it, and all the pictures, it said it was my picture with Sassay, my hair. She over there. I might throw her on tomorrow. I'm gonna see how I feel. She getting her life in order. She got a life in order. I might throw Sassay on tomorrow. So the picture, y'all know, I changed my profile picture. So I got the picture with Sassay. So they got that picture. They got my videos, but on all of the videos, they have this foreign number, like call whatever continent this is on, y'all. I have no idea. They're like, call this number for your personal reading. I said, so my daughter, she was just like, man, they don't even care. And I was like, word. But you know what I said, y'all? Wherever this is, I said, you know what? I say, look at God. I say, his message is getting all the way. I think it was maybe in like Africa or something like that. I was like, wow, Lord. I said, you mean people in Africa are getting these messages? Like, people know me that I don't even like on continents and countries that I never even thought of, because all they're doing is sharing positive and motivational messages. Now, the only part that bothers me is that they're telling these people to give them money, and unfortunately I can't stop that part. But I also know that, because I was looking, like, some of these people got 3, 4, 5,000 followers, y'all, and they're posting my videos, and I say, Lord, this is the Lord planting a seed on continents that I ain't even stepped foot on yet. Look at Africa. Now, tell you. So you start looking at things different. You think that you ain't doing nothing. You think you ain't reaching people. But for whatever you're doing, even though the enemy meant it for evil, God meant it for good, because that means that you're reaching places that you never even had any intention of reaching, but God did. Drop that in the chat. God did. God intended for you to reach the places. So even if, because like I told my daughter, I said, eventually they're going to run across me. Eventually they're going to run across me. And the Lord said, that's okay. I was just setting you up so that when I finally send you to Africa, your seed has already been planted in Africa. Does that make sense? So everybody don't look at it that way. But I said to myself, wow, like these messages are reaching people that I never would have even thought I would be reaching. God had a bigger plan for it. So understand, come on, God. So understand that even if the enemy meant it for evil, God meant it for good. And he said, now watch this. Now watch this. Now watch me put you in places. You know, we be talking about being in rooms and all these places. Imagine being known on a continent you ain't even thought about visiting yet. Imagine what you're doing, your gift. Where's the spiritual gifts card? Imagine your gift being planted in soil that's completely foreign to you. You never even thought about doing that, but God did. Ain't that a blessing? But that's how God works. He'll put you in places you ain't even thought of. Let me see what the number 1313 means. It says, refers to spices or aromatic substances symbolizing value and fragrance, often used in worship or as gifts. In Greek, it refers to righteous judgment, highlighting God's fairness and justice in evaluating human actions. Both terms reflect themes of worth and divine order, either through the physical beauty of spices or the moral perfection of God's judgment. Telling y'all, let God plant you in places that you ain't never even been in. Look at things with a different perspective. So next time, so you find out somebody then took your work, stole your work, first of all, it's not going to benefit them the way that they think. Let me just say that, because if it wasn't meant for, it wasn't meant for them, especially if they did it the wrong way. But other than that, look, 13 at the bottom of the deck. There go the death card. But other than that, be thankful for the transformation, and that is helping other people. It's reaching places you ain't even been in yet. Transformation, rebirth, cycles, endings, beginnings, destruction, rebuilding, change, and resistance. I'm telling you, the Lord is removing resistance. Whatever this is, whatever this was over here, that's why this has been so difficult and so challenging. That's why you've had to like amp yourself up on Psalms 91. Not amp yourself up on Psalm 91, and just know that you have protection. The enemy knows that you're transforming. The enemy knows that this is a period of transformation for you. He knows that you're stepping into something great and amazing. He knows it. So don't be surprised that the attacks are happening. Just know that you got help and support to get through it. Okay, that's the spirit. And Archangel Jeremiah, which I didn't read, which is God's mercy. This is the angel of vision and dreams, clairvoyant gifts, evaluating life decisions. That's that crossroads, divine inspiration, and focus. I told y'all, look, the word focus is literally on this card. Focused on success. Focused on, look at the tower. Revelation. Man, these instructions, I'm telling y'all, these instructions are coming. Romans 15:20-21. It has always been my ambition to preach the gospel where Jesus Christ was not known, so that I would not be building on someone else's foundation. Rather, as it is written, those who were not told about him will see, and those who have not heard will understand. You better say it. They meant it for bad, but God meant it for your good. God's word is going, drop that in the chat. God is going places. God's going viral. God is going viral, man. When people start understanding that God is going viral and really start to understand who he is, man, listen, that's why the enemy coming up against, so that's why he coming up against your purpose. And that's why you got to go even harder. Drop that in the chat. I'm going to go even harder. I'm a message. I'm going to go even harder. Come on, Caribbean. I'm going to go even harder. I'm gonna make sure that I'm waking up and doing the work. I'm gonna make sure that I'm doing the very thing that the enemy is fighting. Come on, God, the very thing that the enemy is fighting you against. Whatever he's trying to push up against you to tell you, no, don't do that. He's trying to discourage you from doing it. He's trying to make you feel like you shouldn't do it. He's trying to make you doubt it. That's when you got this. You got to be like, I'm gonna go harder. I'm gonna go even harder, because that's the thing that he's trying to keep you from stepping into, y'all. And one thing that I know for certain is that the enemy will try to come on the moon. The enemy will try to keep you from doing the thing that is supposed to help other people. He will really try to stop you from your purpose. He will try to stop you. He will make you the one thing. It's like, for me, it doesn't happen as much now, but back when I was first learning, man, the first thing I was like, oh, I don't want to read the Bible, or I don't want to read I don't want to pray. I don't want to do the things that bring me closer to God, man. I don't feel like going live today, even though I would get up and go live, right? The things that would bring me closer to God, closer to your creativity. Whoever needs this, if there's something that the Lord is blessing you to create, whatever that is, if it's a business, if it's a product, if it's a service, if you start feeling like I don't want to do it, or you start doubting your ability to do it, that's the thing that you need to tap into and be like, that, because that has happened to me so many times. I don't feel, if it ain't nothing else, I always feel like giving a message, right? Like when I don't want to get up and do this work, I know something's wrong. I know something is off, because this ain't what it now. No. So just know that, like, it's the vision, the thing, the see, whatever the Lord has blessed you to create. If you don't feel like doing it, just know that that's a part of warfare. And I don't think people talk about warfare enough, but you already in alignment with what God's asked you to do but the enemy gonna try to come up against your purpose. He don't want you to step into that. What else? Child, listen. We have the Five of Cups that is coming in next. Look, that's what I was just talking about. Depression, disappointment, separation, isolation, wilderness season, finding the silver lining. So for some of you, what is also happening is, if there's an ending that has happened, or if something didn't work out, Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. If something didn't work out, we can't stay focused on what didn't work. We just got to move on to the next thing. And I don't care what anybody says. You're going to have to experiment in order to truly find what your purpose is. You're going to have to go through some failures. You're going to have to go through some things in order to find that thing that you just really know you want to put your T behind, your time, your effort, your attention. You're going to have to go through some things in order to find that thing that is just for you. And some people know from early on. Come on, look. Some people know from early on what direction to go in and what they want to do. And some of us, we've had to pivot midlife. We've had to pivot, and now the thing that we thought we were going to be doing for all of our life is no longer fulfilling to us. And the Lord is trying to encourage somebody to go after your dreams. Drop that in the chat. I'm going to go after it. I'm going to go after it, because you're not going to feel fulfilled, because it's what the Lord has called you here to do. It's what he put you here to do. So you're not going to feel fulfilled until you're actually walking in or stepping into the thing that you were sent here to do. I'm going to go after it. I'm not going to let it, because here's the thing. You can continue to do whatever it is that you're doing. You're just going to be miserable. And we don't want that, right? Many of us have been doing things that we know are just not fulfilling us. And maybe it was a means to an end, or maybe it was, it was beneficial at the time, but it's no longer fulfilling you. That is an indicator that it's time to start listening to what the Lord is telling you and stepping into this new thing, this new beginning, finding something difficult. Finding something less difficult, so that you can start being happy and feeling fulfilled in your life. Okay. We're going to go after our dreams. Whatever the vision is, intuition, chasing your dreams, artistic, creative flow, and invitations. I told y'all somebody is getting ready to get an invitation. I don't know what it's for. They just said high level. High level what? Oh, This energy, okay, look, I'm trying to, the tower came back again. This ain't for everybody, but this is for whoever, if you know visibility, if you know that this ain't for everybody, because this is not everybody, because everybody, this, whoever this, if this is your assignment to do something very public, but it's also like a shift that's happening, a transition. Somebody got their eyes on you, and that's just it. And I don't know how else to say that. But this is in regards to, like, I don't know if you've been feeling it, seeing it, thinking it. I don't know, but if the Lord is showing you something, please believe what Padre God is showing you, because you ain't cray cray. And this is you. This is something you've been pursuing. It's like a job. Someone is getting ready to tap you on the shoulder. They said, like, tap you on the shoulder for a position, a role, some elevation, like you being the perfect person for the job. I don't know what that is. Only you will know. You just have to know for yourself, like, what that is. Okay. Um, somebody, this could also, for some of you, this could be about like your light. Someone seeing like your work ethic, um your light being on display. Let me clarify this and see what else. I don't know, that ain't for everybody, but just take it how it resonates in your spirituals. Somebody coming in to help you with your dream. Y'all want me to what? Oh, okay, let's see, let me clarify it. Telling y'all. Somebody, celebration, 4 wands. First card to come in, this is an opportunity. Prosperity, stability, 1111, security, achievement. Told you, victory, happiness, and success. If you've been waiting, it's almost like finally getting the yes when all you've been getting is no's. This is about you, about things finally aligning and you being ready for the opportunity. For some of you, what if this is whoever that part of the message was for? If you've been, maybe you weren't ready for something, but now you're ready for it. I don't know if somebody was scouting you or like paying attention, but maybe like a second chance. I don't know. Maybe you getting a second chance at something, judgment energy, kind of, because they're showing me the judgment card. Maybe somebody's taking a second look. Maybe you're taking a second look. Maybe you're revisiting something. Only you will know what this portal energy, this portal is, what this opening is, what this opportunity is for you. But it feels like this time things are solidifying. Something is coming very, it's like becoming very crystal clear. And you know it, like this is something that's going to open up opportunity for someone as well. It's going to bring happiness, it's going to bring joy, it's going to bring satisfaction. But it feels like this is just the beginning of what the Lord, this is for whoever part of whoever is in this energy. We all will get to this point. Some of us are further along than others, but it feels like what's happening is you're finally get like the floodgates finally getting ready to open for you. Things finally getting ready to start. Like it's almost like a data set, not a deluge. We receive it like finally the Lord opening up the abundance. The floodgates are getting ready to open for you, whatever this opportunity is. But it feels like it's not just one opportunity. It's going to be many opportunities that are coming. And even if you're not at this point yet, be in expectation of coming to this point. Come on, be dazzling of getting to this point where it's going to be your turn. Okay. um that may be for one person, it may be for 5. Just know that it's coming. Okay, it's coming. Final words of guidance. Y'all hadn't done this in a while, but we gonna do it because they said do it. So Ola, do it. Here we go. Here we go. But seek ye first the kingdom of God, of course. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and its righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. This is that season where it's added unto you. Drop that in the chat. Add unto me, Lord. Add unto me. Especially for some of you, it's that, see, if you've had to give up a lot of things in order to pursue the dream, in order to pursue the accomplishment, the achievement, if you had to let go and sacrifice a lot, please know that the Lord sees that. Hey, dearest one, please know that the Lord sees that. And this is the season where things are getting ready to be added unto you. You got to believe it and receive it. What's next? The clarity is real, divine instructions, inner wisdom, and trusting your intuition. Just know that if you are seeking God and continuing to put God first and allowing the Lord to lead and allowing Him to instruct you, and the instructions are coming, the steps are coming. You just got to be willing to take the steps when they come. It feels like if there has been any kind of confusion, difficulties, challenges, if you haven't had the clarity that you needed, it feels like now you're moving in the right direction and starting to see things clear up for you. Period. Coming out of the darkness, I just got on this for whatever I don't know, whatever they give me is what I'm gonna give. It's almost like seeing Pat outside of the box. On this particular car, she's standing inside, and it's like now you're starting to see things and expanding and broadening your horizons. Okay, so continue to broaden your horizons and just know that if the Lord is showing you, it's like expecting bigger, wanting bigger, bigger ideas, bigger reach, bigger impact. Expect bigger, okay, and start moving bigger. For some of you, if something is at a dead end, it may be, if something is just not working, if something is just not, it's like you just keep on bumping your head against the wall, just know that that ain't the way. That's not the path. That's not the direction. For some of you, it's time to stop trying to force an opening because it's just not working out. So this may be an ending to something, but you're going to have to choose to just find a different way. It's like broadening your horizons. There's always another way. And sometimes you don't need to go through it. Sometimes you can just go around. Okay. The Lord has said, this is your help button, the SOS. If you've asked for help, help is on the way. I definitely feel like He's bringing in the necessary assistance to help you move into the next level, to overcome this obstacle, especially because it feels like the enemy has put many things in your path. I just heard passing the test, like whatever this test was, the obstacle could have been the test to see, would you find another way to circumvent, to start to navigate, to move around and find a way out of your situation. Because I do feel like the Lord is calling us to find another way. He's trying to lead you into so that you can get back on track. But for some of us, it feels like the obstacles made us feel stuck, stagnant, or made us feel like, especially like Saturn energy, like you can't get out of something. Come on, destruction. And it feels like the Lord, it's like you trusting yourself to and help it, like finding a way. That's all they keep saying. It's like finding a way around the obstacles, and just know that you got help. You're not, as you continue to navigate. They're giving me positive energy on this though, so it feels like you may have new people coming in to help you to overcome these obstacles as well. They just started singing Lean on Me. Okay, so this may be some people coming in to uplift you and motivate you, inspire you. The Lord is He's sending your angels to hold you up as well. So just know that you have support. And this is about also, I think we talked about this briefly last week. Strength is not always a compliment, especially as a woman, right? Many of us have had to be strong because we don't have a choice but to be strong. But what's happening is the Lord is saying, you can lean on me and depend on me to be your strength. Okay. And we receive that and do. Just call me blessed. There's two waterfalls. This is the second one, creating abundance, hearing from God. Some of you may need to get a little closer to water. That may actually help you to be more receptive to what the Lord is saying. Okay. Somebody got a blessing coming in. Things that were murky are getting ready to be very clear. This is the victory is mine. Okay. Victory over this challenge, this obstacle, the enemy, whatever this is. Somebody needs to go out and have some fun. Find the happiness, the joy in what it is that you're doing. For some of you, what's happening is the things that used to bring you joy just are not, but you got to be willing to say, this no longer makes me happy and I'm willing to do something different. Take the first step. Some of y'all might be traveling, relocating, moving. There may be someone from a distance as well that's helping you. East Coast, shout out East Coast. There may be someone from a distance that's helping you. Receive it. So just know that. So some of you may be traveling, like your help that's coming in. This may be someone long distance that is not right around you, but the help is on the way. Some of y'all like getting travel plans Ace of Pentacles, the next card to come out. We didn't really talk about this, but of course, this is manifestation. This is about planting seeds in new gardens, being willing to plant a new garden, a new plant, being willing to plant a new seed, and not thinking that you only have to do the one thing. There's an opportunity for someone. Some of you may have an opportunity that is long distance, so you may have to relocate. And for some of y'all, that could be the fight that's happening. There may be an opportunity that's going to present itself, and you may end up having to relocate, but it's also like your fresh start as well. So take that how it resonates. Okay. Making things easier, manifesting easily and effortlessly, being obedient. You got to be obedient to the path. That's how your life is going to become easier. That's how things are going to become less stressful. For some of you, this is also an easier connection with God as well. So just pay, especially if you've been praying for that. If you've been praying to hear from the Lord, if you've been praying for strength, this is like the Lord saying, hey, I got you. Okay, let me hold you up. This is also like relief from grief, loss, devastation. That's a hard word, but sadness. It's almost like some of you that were grieving an old cycle. For some of you, this is about you no longer grieving a cycle that is over, dead, done, and over with. This is about you finally being strong enough to let go of what's done, what's over with, and being willing to release with love is what they just said. So releasing things with love as you're ready to move into a new cycle, because that could have been this could have been what was blocking your blessings, holding up to disappointments, loss, frustration, anything that could have been, come on Keystone, that could have been what was keeping you from this next blessing that the Lord is trying to bring in. The Lord is saying, let go, let me have it. 55 right here. So there's a change that's coming. Some of you may be joining a new organization, a new job, a new something, some kind of new commitment. Some kind of new commitment. This could be business related. The King of Wands fell out. Some of you might be joining a new team, and maybe that's like a sad, like for some of you, this could be you deciding to move on from an old team so that you can either start your own business. You may be deciding to go into business for yourself. You may be deciding to like switch jobs, move into a new business, something like that. And this is the Lord saying this is the necessary step. Don't quit your job until the Lord tells you to, until you're ready. Okay. Some of y'all, you're going to be blocking some folks. There's some folks that are blocked from your blessing. Let me just say that. There's some folks that are going to be blocked from this new opportunity that's coming in. They're just not ready for it. And for sometimes the hardest thing to do, especially when we're trying to plant new seeds and really move forward in life, is to let go of the people, places, and things that can be holding you back. So some of you are recognizing how you or other people, environments, what have you, could be holding you back. And it's time to transition. It's time to transform. It's like the ending, the death card, an ending, a necessary ending, but it's so that things can actually become better. For some of you, this is the end of an old vision and the beginning of a new. You're stepping into new beginnings. You're stepping into purpose. You're stepping into opportunity. You're stepping into this next. This is like, I don't know. So for some of y'all, this is a completely new direction that you're going in, but it's something that the Lord has told you that is meant for you. This is your purpose. Wait for it. The Lord's waiting on you. So go ahead and take the step. Follow your dreams. Don't worry about what anybody has to say about it. Everybody is not going to understand your vision, but that cannot stop you from moving forward with your vision. Okay, this is so important. Don't let any attacks, don't let anybody else's doubts, whatever it is, don't let anybody else keep you from taking this next necessary step, because it's pivotal. It's pivotal, especially because it's going to be an answer to what you have been praying for. Okay. The Lord trying to answer a prayer, you just gonna have to let him answer it. Okay. That's it. That's all I got. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Community, what do I have? Community, y'all make sure that y'all drop a fab over 40 vote for me. We're almost done. I think I posted it on my Facebook page. Thank y'all so much for everyone who has voted. I'm so truly grateful. Thank y'all for that. So make sure you drop a fab over 40 vote for me. What else? Make sure you shop with me. Go to touchegermain.com. Oh man, what is the iPop word of the week? We didn't even have one. What did we talk about today? Motivation. Motivation is the iPop word of the week. We didn't even have one last week. So we're going to go, because that's what the Lord gave me this morning. Motivation. What's motivating you? What's inspiring you? What are you motivated to do? What do you need to get motivated about? So the iPop word of the week is motivation. Maybe let me be your motivation, because we're breaking free. We don't have that much time left in this year, y'all. So now's the time for us to really be like, okay, I'm gonna make this move. I'm gonna be inspired. I'm gonna do something different. You're ready for it. Look, the Lord will never set you up for failure. So trust that you're being equipped for your next season. I'm calling in this next season. I'm calling it, Lord. I'm ready for it. Come on, revamp energy. I'm calling it. Because baby, that last season was a doozy, and so I refuse. My 2025 will not be like my 2024. It will be so much better. So I want y'all to believe that and receive that. Vote Fab over 40. Shop touchegermain.com. Y'all pick up some lip gloss, pick up some eyeshadow. Shout out to Sandy. Thank you so much for your review. I'm gonna try to add it to my Google page, because girl, them eye pops were eye popping. Okay, your eye pop eyeshadow, your eye pop stardust was eye popping. I'm gonna try to add it to my Google page. If you have purchased something, please visit Spirit and Glam by Touche Germain and drop me a review on my Google page. Come on, harvest. We receive the harvest. We receive the abundance. So make sure you do that. I love the lippies. I couldn't make a video this weekend because of all that was going on. Yeah, thank you so much, dear Swan. Leave me a review on my Google page. I'm going to try. I don't know if I'm able to, if you do it on my website. Well, if you go to my website, if you just scroll down, it literally has Google reviews right there. So you can leave a Google review. It helps me to get everything out, and help me to get more seen on Google, y'all. So make sure that y'all leave me a review on my Google page. It's Spirit and Glam by Touche Germain. Okay, Spirit and Glam by Touche Germain. If you go to my website, touchegermain.com, you can actually just click and it has a link there for Google reviews. If you can't, I will do one for Google as well. I just said I was going to do some different colors. Girl, the color match on that was spectacular. It was spectacular. So you look absolutely amazing. Y'all, I see y'all see me all the time, but I don't see y'all as much. So when I finally be seeing y'all pictures, I was just like, child, you better work that work. Come on, work that work. I'll be so excited to see y'all. So if you want to post pictures, please, 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 by all means, please do that. You looked amazing. I love to see it, y'all. I love to see it when y'all are actually rocking. Come on, iPops. I love to see that. So if you want to post a review, definitely please do that. I appreciate it. It's going to be a great week, y'all. Great and amazing things are coming, and I believe it. I receive it. Y'all, hydrate your soul and things. Message, drink your water. Say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing day in purpose and on purpose. I actually got to go try to get something done today, so I hope I'm able to do it. So we finna see. Y'all wish me luck. I love y'all in real life. I will see y'all in the morning. Love y'all. Bye.